I never thought betrayal could come wrapped in laughter. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon when my world turned upside down, not because of what I saw, but because of what I heard. My name is Aaron, and for the last 3 years, I believed I was living a simple, happy life with my wife, Emily, and our little boy, Noah. He was only 2, and every time he called me Dad, I felt like the luckiest man alive. I wasn't rich or famous, but my world was full, until one conversation shattered it all. That day, Emily had gone out to meet her best friend, Chloe. The two of them had been inseparable since college, and honestly, I trusted Chloe like family. She'd been there for our wedding, for Noah's birth, for every milestone in between. When I realized I'd left my wallet in Emily's car, I decided to drop by the cafe where they were meeting. It wasn't far, just a small place downtown, quiet enough that you could hear every word if you stood close. When I got there, I saw them sitting in the corner, laughing like always. I didn't want to interrupt, so I waited near the entrance. That's when I heard Chloe's voice, light but sharp enough to cut through the hum of chatter. She said, "I still can't believe you pulled it off this long. That idiot doesn't even know he's raising someone else's child." My heart stopped. For a moment, I thought I'd misheard. I actually hoped I had. But then Emily giggled nervously and said, "Chloe, please keep your voice down." That single response was all the confirmation I needed. The air left my lungs. I felt my knees weaken as her words replayed in my head. Someone else's child. I didn't storm over or make a scene. Instead, I walked out. Calm. Silent. My hands were shaking, but my face gave nothing away. Years of love, trust, and family moments suddenly felt like a cruel joke. That night, I didn't mention the cafe. I didn't accuse her. I just watched her, the way she smiled at dinner, the way she kissed Noah goodnight. And all I could think was, who is he really? Over the next few days, I acted normal. I played the part of the husband and father perfectly. Meanwhile, I ordered a DNA test online. It felt cold, mechanical, but so was the truth I was chasing. I waited, pretending life was fine, pretending my heart wasn't breaking every time Noah ran into my arms. 2 weeks later, the results arrived. I didn't even need to open the envelope to know the answer. Some part of me already knew. But still, seeing the words, "Not the biological father," printed in black ink hit harder than anything Chloe could have said. That night, I confronted Emily. She looked terrified the moment I mentioned the cafe. "Aaron, I can explain," she stammered. "Then explain," I said quietly. Tears spilled down her cheeks. "It was one mistake, before we were married. I found out I was pregnant a month after we got engaged, and I thought it didn't matter because you loved me. You love Noah." "I do love him," I said, my voice breaking. "But you took away my choice, Emily. You decided what truth I could live with." She dropped to her knees, sobbing. "Please don't leave. You're the only father he knows." I wanted to scream, to break something, to ask how she could do this to me, to us. But all I felt was exhaustion. "You're right," I said finally. "He doesn't know. But I do. And I can't pretend anymore." The next morning, I packed a bag and left. I didn't take anything else, not even the wedding ring. Chloe tried to call me days later, probably to apologize or explain, but I never answered. I'd already blocked both of them. Some betrayals don't deserve closure. Months passed. The pain didn't vanish, but it dulled. I focused on rebuilding my life, on working, running, breathing. Eventually, Emily's messages stopped. I didn't see Noah again, and that was the hardest part. He didn't ask to be part of the lies. He was innocent, and that's what broke me most. Then, one evening, I got a letter in the mail. It was from Emily. Inside was a photo of Noah with a small note. "He's starting to look more like you every day. Not by blood, but by love. You'll always be his dad." I sat there staring at that picture for a long time. She was right. Biology didn't define fatherhood. But trust, honesty, and choice did. And while I would always love that little boy, I knew I could never return to the woman who made me doubt every memory we'd shared. Sometimes silence isn't weakness, it's the sound of someone walking away with dignity. Because in that cafe, when my best friend said, That idiot doesn't even know he's raising someone else's child. I stood there long enough to realize something. I may have been the fool in their story, but I refused to stay the victim in mine.